Hey guys, how's it going? So today we've actually found out some new information as to when Halo Reach is actually going to be coming to the MasterChief collection with the third flight test happening. They've actually given a couple bit of tidbits of information that can kind of give us an idea about when it's actually going to come out and when we're going to be able to test it. Now 343 actually planned to do another flight test, but they actually said in the updated post that they're not going to be doing that anymore. They originally thought that they needed more information on the second flight and different aspects of the game, but they decided, nah, they probably don't need that, which is kind of shitty because we don't have access to the second flight anymore, so we can't run the modded games that GameCheap went out of his way to make. So we would have had another opportunity to really test what could be really pushed in the build. It's not going to happen anymore, which is kind of disappointing. And from what I've seen, I'm going to link the blog post and put it up right now. It honestly looks like it's still going to be another couple months, or at least a month, before we actually get to play Halo Reach on an Xbox One. So for comparison's sake, and so you guys know, there's 4 rings of bugs that have to be tested and approved and make sure they're all fixed before we actually get to test it. So when Fireflight was still being tested and they had ring 0, 1, 2, and 3, and ring 0 is basically just the programmers and the developers already trying to get it running. And number 1 is play testers, and number 2 is reclaimers who work behind the scenes, people like us who work behind the scenes, and then you have ring 3, which is the insiders. It's important to note that there's different levels of bugs, and as those bugs are alleviated and fixed, it gets pushed out to a more larger, wider group of people. So for comparison's sake, when Fireflight was actually being tested, it honestly took from the first time that they told us that there was these ring issues, and they were pretty big issues that caused the game to crash quite regularly. It took about a month, and they were at ring 1 at the time. As of making this blog post, they're at ring 0, which means they're not even at the stage that they were at before. So it's honestly still going to be a while before they actually give us a build that we can tangibly play. Now, just being devil's advocate here, it's now September the 8th, me making this video, and we still don't have Halo Reach. And I know they said when it's ready, it will come out, and that's completely understandable. We want it to be perfect. It has to be perfect. But honestly, just putting it out there, if Halo Reach isn't, say, done by November, potentially December, that's 1 year until Halo Infinite. That's a lot of work for a game studio to do Halo 1, Halo 2, Halo 3, Halo 2 Anniversary, Halo 4, Halo 3 ODST. That's a lot of work to get all those games done within the 12 months. And I know there's separate teams working on MCC and working on Halo Infinite, but it seems like there's going to be a lot of work to do. And I honestly hope that because when they're making Halo Reach for PC, they have to make the UI, the user interface as well, so it kind of means it's more work. And once that's all fleshed out, maybe they can just add the games in. I feel it's important that they really have a clear outline of they need it done before Infinite comes out, because Infinite's going to be the thing that really keeps the community going for a long period of time. Obviously, MCC on PC is huge, and it's going to have an absolutely massive player base, and if it's very successful, that'll trickle onto Halo Infinite. But I feel like, say, Halo 4 releases on the MCC when Halo Infinite launches, it's going to be almost dead content on launch. And I hate to say that because I enjoy Halo 4. I don't know, a lot of you guys hate Halo 4, but I really enjoy it. And it kind of sucks that it's not going to be, it's not going to get the recognition that it deserves. And I honestly can't see it getting done. I mean, if I broke it up into, say, like I said, CE, 2, 2A, 3, 4, ODST, that's 6 games. There's 12 months in the year, and that's saying that Reach will come out by December. That means they have 2 months to do a game, and each game has to be flight tested, bugs squashed. A lot of games have to be rebuilt from the ground up. That's a very tight time frame to work with, especially when they want it to be perfect before it comes out. The one thing we do know about the third flight, which is going to be Xbox exclusive, is that it's going to be 2v2, 4v4, BTB 8v8, and then Invasion 6v6. One thing I've noticed, I'm going to put up on screen now, is the maps they have chosen. They're mainly DLC maps, and I noticed there's not a single Forge Island or Forge Piece map in rotation. I don't know whether that's because maybe the Forge Pieces or Forge World hasn't been finished yet, or maybe there's bugs on it and it causes it to crash. I don't know exactly. But it's kind of odd. I'm not the biggest fan of Powerhouse. I would have liked to have seen Sword Base included for 4v4. That's not in there either. And even Tempest, I don't know if you guys see it, I'll check a photo of, but it's not the greatest 4v4 map. I feel like there was much better options. They've already got Tempest for 8v8, so I don't know who chose what maps they're going to put into it, but I reckon there's a much better selection for them to choose from. Last thing I wanted to talk about very quickly was the second flight, because I played probably more than almost anyone in the world of the second flight test, because I was able to play the custom games with Game Cheat, and I just had a couple thoughts about that. Number one, the sniper doesn't have a 10 times zoom, it's literally just a 1 zoom. Second, I noticed when you run it on performance, basically the render distance of actually the Spartans as well as the graphics is kind of poor. You can't even see them spawn if they spawn across the map. I know it's for PCs that probably can't handle it. If you want to be able to see, just put it to original. But I really think the render distance of at least seeing the Spartans where they're moving has to be across the entire map, regardless of the settings you're on. The textures of the actual map kind of be downgraded. You got to see where people are moving left and right to actually know where they're going, especially on the BTB maps. Aside from that, the game plays really well. I really love it. I think it's going to be fantastic when it comes out. And I'm sorry I haven't released any videos in the past week or so. I've actually got huge news that I've got a new job. As you might have known, I am a youth worker, and I got a new job with my local government, so I'll be working with them as a youth worker. And as I got this job, they're like, hey, we want you to go for an even higher position. Do you want to come in and have an interview for that too? So I'm doing that this week as well. But I should have another montaging video in the next couple of days anyway. I spent this weekend doing it. But thank you guys so much for watching. It won't affect my content at all. I've got a really good work-life balance, which is fantastic. Hope you enjoyed today's video, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.